Basically, we're here in the northern part of the Swan Range on the north side of Spider Bowl, roughly about 6,400 feet. And we traveled here today to evaluate our wind slab problem that's we've been talking about over the past couple days, and to look at our persistent slab problem that we've been talking about since early December. As you can see, we have a lot of really light fluffy snow that's fallen over the last few days. We're about 50 feet below the ridge line. A little bit of wind effect right up on the ridge line. A little propagation below our skis, but we weren't noticing any widespread wind slab formation up high. And with this light fluffy snow down here, it doesn't seem to be a problem here. A couple layers to note within our snow pit. We found our 120 grapple layer that coincided with the heavy rime event that we got observations from at lower elevations here in the Swan, as well as over in the Whitefish Range. And two other layers to note: we have our 118 rain crust, and as well as our 19 rain crust that we found widespread throughout our forecast area. We did an extended column test to evaluate the upper part of our snowpack, and we basically got non-propagating results on a storm interface here in the upper part of our recent snowfall. We then did a deep tap test and got a deep tap test to release with a Q1 shear on 14 taps right on top of our 19 rain crust. And when we went to evaluate what our weak layer was, we noticed 3 to 5 millimeter really advanced depth hoar sitting right on top of this really planar slick rain crust. So what this is telling us is that this persistent slab problem here on this aspect in this part of the range is still lingering, and so we need to dig down and assess our crust layers deeper in the snowpack and evaluate the likelihood of the slab wanting to fall on top of this before committing to steeper terrain, even though we have a really stiff slab that's right side up sitting on top of it. This test result says that this problem is still lingering and persisting in this part of the range.